And Paul often struggled and labored and bore the scars of his holy warfare. He said, I'm in a strait betwixt two. I don't know whether it would be better for me to stay or better to go, because to be with the Lord is far better, but I have a little time to be here yet. So I'll stay and fight. And he did until the Lord said, it's enough. And then he said, I've finished my course. I have fought my fight. Now I've given my testimony. So they all thought that the beatific vision, the gaze of the soul on Christ, was the end of life's vision, the end of it all. That for which man was created. That for which he ever came into the world in the first place. And the hymn writers, let Bernard speak for all the hymn writers, all that army of intoxicated souls, that army of God-inebriated men and women, who looked on God and wept for very joy. Jesus, the very thought of thee with sweetness filled my breast, but sweeter far thy face to see, and in thy presence rest. Let Bernard speak for all of them. Let him speak for Zinzendorf. Let him speak for Montgomery and Seneca and Sennett and Medley and Wesley and Spurgeon. Let him speak for the Latin hymn writers and the Greek hymn writers and the great German hymn writers with the long unpronounceable names, mouth-filling, gorgeous names they had. Now we have it in the English, thank God for us who can't read the German. Let him speak for them. Jesus, the very thought of him. How sweet is the thought of Jesus while we're here. Beautiful indeed. Beautiful to look at the picture of your loved one. Beautiful to think a thought of your loved one. But how much more wonderful to look at the face of your loved one and in his presence there. Well, my brethren, here is the test that decides so very much. Is the coming of Christ a schedule? Is it an agenda? Is it a list of events following each other in pyrotechnical wonder? All that. All that. But that's incidental to you. Here's a bride who lived 3 months with her husband, and then he went overseas. She's written him every day and sometimes twice. Sent him snapshots and gifts, and kept up every possible contact she could with him. And then the day comes when he's coming home. He's flying in from the party of Field. He knows his flight number and what kind of plane he'll be on. He stands out on the open space where he can see and waits. The little crowd of friends around him. And suddenly, thrown over the loudspeaker, flight number so-and-so from New York City, arriving, gate number 7. She screams. I suppose she screams very likely. What grammar at a time like that? Oh, it's him. Pretty soon, the great old plane gets down, gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and threatens to crash down on Cicero Avenue. Young fellow with the marvelous reflexes sets her down, calm, smooth. She goes to a stop and then turns and clucks and chugs and works her way up. Stops. And he comes down, waving as he comes. She cries and cries and cries. She's been waiting for this so long. Now he comes and she can't do anything but cry and cry and cry. What kind of plane was he in, ladies? I don't know. What did it look like up there coming down? I don't know. Who else was on the plane? I don't know. What the stewards looked like? I don't know. What the pilot? I don't know. They all came down the steps, but I didn't see one of them. 3 years it was done. 3 years. Man, she stood up at the altar and promised to love so that should separate them, and she meant it, and he meant it. Ah, brother, all the details you can leave to somebody else. You've been listening on your short wave that I have down the house. You might have heard that same droning voice, but I wonder sometimes how they can ever be understood. Over south and out of the 3,421. Comes in there, they're wiring it in or radioing it in. What does she care about that? What does she care about whether flaps are down or not? What does she care about flaps? What does she care about landing here? She doesn't know a thing about that. All she knows is that for which she's lived for 3 years is now there. Brethren, for years, evangelical teachers have spent their time measuring the tail of the plane, and they spread of the wing and drawing pictures of the windows of the plane and photographs of the pilot, and they got everybody but the bridegroom, forgetting that that's the only reason we're interested in it at all. Why should you be interested in any coming if it wasn't the coming of Jesus? If there's any other coming, what do you care? You might have a curiosity if Abraham was to come back, but I wouldn't go too far to see Abraham. We'll see him one of these times when he's better looking than he is now. And so with Gabriel, and so with all the rest of them. The big thing isn't the schedule, the program, the signs, the events. The big thing is, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that we can be together. We can be together. He's separated from his bride now. He's separated. He was down here a little while, but he's been separated from her quite a while. He's coming back. I tell you, this is the emphasis that separates the men from the boys, and the truth from the false, and the real from the artificial, the sons of God from the sons of men. This that he is coming again. Not the kingdom. Care nothing about the kingdom unless he comes. The old man of God said this 10,000 times 10,000 in sparkling raiment bright. The armies of the ransomed saints throng up the steeps of life. 'Tis finished, all is finished, their fight with death and sin. Fling open wide their golden gates and let the victors in. What rush of hallelujahs fills all the earth and sky? What ringing of 1,000 harps bespeaks the triumph man? O day for which creation and all its tribes were made, O joy, for all its former woes 1,000-fold repaid. Bring near thy great salvation, thou Lamb, for sinners slain. Fill up the roll of thine elect and take thy power and reign. Appear, desire of nations, thine exiles long for home. Show in the heavens thy promise, sign thou strength and Savior come. Oh, brethren, there's what separates the men from the boys, Esau from Jacob. Separates Demas from an apostle. Separates worldly wise man from the meek and gentle saint who walks his way in expectation of the bridegroom's return. With everything in me, I believe he's coming. I will come again. And I feel like praying, oh, please, Lord, don't change your mind. Don't send Moses. Don't send David. Don't even send him with Ephraim. Don't send Abraham. Don't send Paul or John. Come thyself, Lord. Come and reign. Come thyself, Lord. Ah, brethren, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Where will you appear Oh, you careless ones. Where will you care? Where will you care, you worldly ones? You say, I got to be groomed like the other women of my time. You got to be groomed like the other women of your time. You know where they learned that grooming? From the whores of Hollywood and the prostitutes of Broadway. A lot of our women right now, they leave this church if we put a rule down that they had to dress modest. They'd leave it and walk out on it. This teaching separates the real from the false, the men from the boys, the holy from the unholy, the once born from the twice born. Oh, you worldly ones, where will you appear? Where will you carnal ones appear? You deceived ones, you professing souls, where will you appear? When he comes, takes his people away, the blood washed, thieves. My God, this is important. More important than life itself for you.